Welcome back to the Expensive Coins History channel. Today, we're taking a deep and detailed look into one of Malaysia's most talked about modern circulation coins, the 2002 Malaysian 10 sen coin without a mint mark. While to many, it may seem like just another coin from everyday change, collectors and numismatists have long debated its true worth, rarity, and whether there's hidden value waiting to be discovered. So sit back, and let's uncover the story, mystery, and market value of this modest-looking coin in 2025. At first glance, the 2002 10 sen coin from Malaysia appears ordinary. Made of copper nickel, featuring the iconic bunga raya or hibiscus flower on the obverse and the denomination on the reverse, it fits right into the series of coins minted during that era. But this particular year, 2002, holds some distinctions that have caught the eye of sharp collectors. Let's begin with the physical details. The 10 sen coin from this period weighs approximately 2.82 grams, has a diameter of 19.4 millimeters, and a reeded edge. It was part of the third series of Malaysian coins and is generally considered a regular circulation coin. It was minted without a mint mark, indicating it was produced at the main mint facility in Shah Alam, now, while the overall design and composition remained consistent with previous years. The 2002 version stands out in collector circles due to a combination of factors: the massive mintage, the discovery of subtle design varieties, and a few elusive error coins that have sparked global interest. You may be wondering, if hundreds of millions of these coins were minted, what makes the 2002 version so special? It's a valid question. The truth is, not every coin becomes valuable because it's old or made of gold or silver. Some coins become valuable because of rarity in condition, unique striking errors, small design variations, or collector demand. The 2002 Malaysian 10 sen coin is an example of modern numismatic intrigue, where ordinary coins become extraordinary under certain conditions. One of the key talking points surrounding this coin is the absence of a mint mark, which is actually normal for Malaysian coins of this era. But what makes the 2002 version interesting is the existence of multiple design strikes and minor differences in font and number spacing, especially in the date numerals. Some versions appear to have a slightly wider zero, others with noticeable alignment issues. These small differences can be early signs of die wear or even intentional design tweaks, and these nuances are what collectors hunt for. There have also been rumors and reports of rare striking errors. Coins that may have been minted on the wrong metal planchets, or those with off-center strikes, double impressions, or weak strikes. These errors, while rare and difficult to authenticate, can elevate a coin's market value dramatically. As with any collectible coin, condition plays a vital role. A coin that has circulated heavily with scratches, dents, and loss of detail will never command the same value as a mint state or uncirculated coin that retains its original luster and sharp design elements. Coins are typically graded on a scale, with the most pristine examples classified as mint state. For the 2002 10 sen coin, finding an example in mint state is uncommon but not impossible. These coins, when preserved well, are often kept in coin flips, albums, or protective capsules by early collectors or individuals who simply kept them aside. When graded by professional numismatic services, these coins can receive higher valuations, especially if the coin is free from contact marks, has strong eye appeal, and retains its original brilliance. Now comes the part most viewers are waiting for. How much is the 2002 no mint mark Malaysian 10 sen coin actually worth in 2025? Let's separate fact from fiction. In circulated condition, the type most commonly found in spare change, drawers, or old wallets, the coin typically holds a value close to its face value or slightly higher. This would be equivalent to a few cents in US dollars, or up to 1 or 2 ringgit in the local Malaysian market. However, coins in better condition tell a different story. Uncirculated examples can fetch several ringgit, and depending on the demand, can go up to the equivalent of 5 to 10 US dollars in private sales or small auctions. Now, if the coin features a recognized minting error or a known variety, such as a misstrike or a verified planchet error, the value can jump significantly. Some collectors have been willing to pay the equivalent of hundreds of ringgit or more for confirmed error pieces, especially if the coin is accompanied by professional authentication. It is important to keep expectations realistic. The coin is not a guaranteed path to riches. Despite rumors or online claims that this coin is worth thousands or even millions, such statements are often exaggerated, lack verification, and can be misleading. A standard 2002 10-cent coin will not turn its owner into a millionaire. However, a pristine, rare error version of the coin, especially in mint state, could indeed attract significant interest among serious collectors. If you have a 2002 Malaysian 10-cent coin and want to know if it is worth anything beyond its face value, here are a few tips. First, examine the coin's condition. Is it shiny and clean, or heavily worn and scratched? Use a magnifying glass to inspect the details, especially the numbers and the date, the hibiscus flower, and the edge of the coin. Second, look for abnormalities. Is the strike weak or uneven? Do the numbers appear misaligned? Is there anything unusual about the metal or color? These could be signs of mint errors. Third, compare it with other examples. Search through numismatic websites, collector forums, or visit a local coin dealer to see how your coin stacks up. Sometimes the smallest differences can mean the biggest surprises. Finally, consider getting the coin professionally graded if you believe it has potential. A certified grade from a reputable grading service adds legitimacy and can boost its marketability. In the world of numismatics, sometimes the most fascinating stories come from the most unexpected places. The 2002 Malaysian 10-cent coin, while abundant in circulation, holds a unique place in modern coin collecting due to its subtle varieties, potential error types, and collector curiosity. In 2025, the coin may not be considered rare by traditional standards, but its value lies in the details, the condition, the uniqueness, and the demand from those who find beauty and history in the coins we use every day. So if you happen to find one in a drawer or hidden in your coin jar, take a moment to look closely. You might just be holding a little piece of numismatic history in your hands. The 1980 Denmark 25 or coin, specifically the variant without a mint mark. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a history enthusiast, or just curious about this coin's value, rarity, and historical significance, this video will cover everything you need to know. From its origins and design to its rarity and current market worth in 2025, stay tuned as we dive into the details of this intriguing Scandinavian coin. Let's begin with the historical context. The 25 or coin is a fractional denomination of the Danish krone, with 100 or equal to 1 krone. It was a commonly used denomination in Denmark for much of the 20th century, serving as a key part of everyday transactions. The 1980 issue of the 25 or was minted during the reign of Queen Margrethe II, Denmark's monarch since 1972. This coin was part of a series that bore her crown monogram on the obverse side, a design that has become iconic in Danish coinage. The reverse side features the denomination 25 Re prominently displayed, often accompanied by an oak branch motif symbolizing strength and endurance, reflecting Denmark's national symbolism. the 1980 coin was produced in a copper-nickel alloy, weighing approximately 4.3 grams with a diameter of 23 millimeters. The edge is smooth, lending the coin a simple yet elegant appearance. This particular coin is distinctive in that it does not bear a mint mark, which is a small symbol usually indicating the mint of production. The absence of a mint mark can sometimes create collector interest depending on the series and year. During its time, the 25 or was a practical coin, widely circulated in the Danish economy until it was withdrawn from circulation and demonetized in 2008. Despite no longer being legal tender, the 25 or remains a popular piece among collectors, especially for those interested in modern Scandinavian coins. In terms of mintage, the 1980 Denmark 25 or no mint mark coin was produced in relatively high quantities. Approximately 30 million coins were struck, making it one of the more common coins from that period. This large mintage means that the coin itself is not considered rare in absolute terms. However, rarity in numismatics is not just about quantity. Condition plays a vital role in determining how rare or valuable a coin can be. While millions of these coins were made, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition can be far less common. Most surviving coins have experienced wear from decades of circulation, which lowers their numismatic value. Collectors often look for coins in mint state or uncirculated condition, which means the coin has no signs of wear and retains its original luster. Coins in such high-grade condition from 1980 are rarer and command higher prices. Conversely, coins that show significant wear, corrosion, or damage are more common and generally less valuable. Another factor that can affect rarity is the presence of varieties or errors. Although the 1980 25 or is largely a straightforward issue, any known mint errors such as misstrikes, off-center strikes, or double dies can add interest and rarity, potentially increasing the coin's value significantly. The numismatic value of the 1980 Denmark 25 or no mint mark coin has fluctuated modestly over the years. In general, due to its high mintage and relatively common status, it is not considered a high-value collectible coin. Most circulated specimens typically sell for just above their face value to modest collector premiums. In the years following its demonetization in 2008, demand for this coin has been primarily among collectors focused on completing Danish coin sets or those interested in modern European coinage. Prices have gradually stabilized in the lower to mid-single-digit dollar range for coins in uncirculated or near-uncirculated condition. For heavily circulated coins, values tend to remain low, often just a few cents or comparable to scrap metal value, though the metal content itself is not particularly valuable since the coin is made from copper and nickel, both of which have modest intrinsic worth. As of 2025, the market for the 1980 Denmark 25 or no mint mark coin continues to reflect its status as a modestly valued collectible. For average circulated examples, prices typically hover between 10 to 50 cents in US dollars. Coins in better condition, particularly those graded as extremely fine or higher, can command prices ranging from 50 cents to around $1 or $2, depending on the exact grade and eye appeal. Uncirculated specimens or coins that have been professionally graded by reputable coin grading services may fetch higher prices, often between $2 to $5 or more. Premium examples with flawless surfaces, original mint luster, and excellent strike quality may attract even higher bids from collectors seeking top-grade specimens. It is worth noting that market trends can fluctuate based on broader economic factors, collector interest, and availability of coins in various conditions. While the 1980 25 or is not a coin to expect massive appreciation on, it holds steady appeal for those interested in Danish numismatics or modern European coins. If you are considering buying or selling a 1980 Denmark 25 or no mint mark coin, here are a few practical tips to keep in mind. First, condition assessment is critical. Make sure to evaluate the coin's grade accurately. This involves examining wear, scratches, luster, and any discoloration or toning. If possible, have the coin professionally graded, especially if you believe it is in high grade or uncirculated condition. Grading adds credibility and can help achieve a better price. Second, be aware of the market demand. While this coin is popular among collectors of Danish currency, it is not a high-demand rarity. Therefore, setting realistic price expectations is important. Pricing the coin competitively will help you sell faster, especially if it is in circulated condition. Third, if you are a collector, try to acquire coins in the best condition you can afford. Coins with attractive toning, sharp details, and no damage will enhance your collection's overall quality and future value. Finally, when buying, consider purchasing from reputable dealers or auction platforms that provide guarantees of authenticity. This reduces the risk of counterfeit or altered coins, which unfortunately can be an issue even with modern coinage. To summarize, the 1980 Denmark 25 or no mint mark coin is an interesting and accessible piece for collectors of Danish currency. While not rare in terms of sheer numbers, the condition of surviving coins greatly influences their value. In 2025, typical market values remain modest, with most examples selling for less than a few dollars, though premium specimens can command higher prices. Whether you own one of these coins or are thinking of acquiring it, understanding its history, rarity, and current market status will help you make informed decisions and appreciate the coin's place in Denmark's monetary heritage. We're exploring the 2004 Malaysian 10 sen coin, the version without a mint mark. We'll take a deep dive into its history, design, production, rarity, collector demand, and the current market value in 2025. So if you're holding onto a 2004 10 sen, stay tuned. You might be surprised by what it's worth today. To truly appreciate any coin, we must understand where it fits into the broader story of a nation's coinage. Malaysia's decimal currency system, which uses the ringgit and sen, was officially adopted in the 1960s, replacing the Malaya and British Borneo dollar. Over the years, the designs and specifications of the coins have evolved to reflect Malaysia's identity, economy, and minting capabilities. The 10 sen coin is part of this rich numismatic timeline. The version struck in 2004 belongs to what's often called the second series of Malaysian coins, characterized by a simple and modern design aesthetic. These coins were intended for regular daily use, made from durable metals, and struck in high volumes to meet the needs of a growing population. Now, what makes the 2004 edition interesting is that it was struck without a mint mark. This was standard for Malaysian coins at the time, but the absence of a mint mark means collectors rely on other features, such as the year, strike quality, and condition, to assess its value. This coin is made of copper nickel, giving it a shiny, silver-like appearance. It has a diameter of approximately 19.4 millimeters and weighs around 2.82 grams. The edge of the coin is reeded, with fine grooves running vertically, which is typical of many coins produced in this denomination during the early 2000s. On the obverse, or the front, of the coin, you'll see the denomination 10 sen boldly displayed, along with the year of minting, 2004. Above it sits the hibiscus flower, Malaysia's national flower, a symbol of unity, beauty, and national pride. The word Bank Negara Malaysia arches along the top, indicating the issuing authority. The reverse side of the coin continues the simple and modern aesthetic, with clean lines and balanced spacing. There is no mint mark present, as coins of this era were predominantly minted at the government mint facility in Shah Alam. At a glance, it may seem like a common coin, but as with many collectibles, the details make all the difference. In 2004, the 10-sen coin was struck in large numbers. As part of a circulating coinage series, millions were produced to meet the demands of everyday commerce. These coins were used in all types of transactions, from street vendors to toll booths and supermarkets. Because of this high mintage volume, many 2004 10-sen coins remain in circulation or tucked away in piggy banks, old wallets, and drawers. However, despite this wide availability, most surviving examples are in poor to average condition due to years of use, contact with other coins, and exposure to the elements. The key distinction here is condition. While the 2004 10-sen may not be rare in terms of quantity, it becomes significantly harder to find in excellent, uncirculated condition. Coins that were never used, or were set aside immediately after minting, retain their sharp details, original luster, and have no signs of wear or damage. These are the coins that attract the attention of collectors. SOY is the 2004 no mint mark 10-sen coin gaining attention among collectors. First, there's the year itself. Collectors who build date sets, meaning they aim to collect one coin from each year, need a 2004 specimen to complete their 10-sen collections. The demand is driven not just by rarity but also by the desire for completeness. Second, there's the growing interest in modern-era coins from Southeast Asia. As more collectors, especially younger numismatists, begin to explore their country's monetary history, coins from the early 2000s are entering the spotlight. These coins are old enough to feel nostalgic, yet modern enough to still be found in circulation. For now, third, high-grade examples of the 2004 10-sen are genuinely hard to come by. Many of the coins still in existence show heavy signs of wear, scratches, discoloration, or edge damage. Those in mint state, with sharp rims, clear details, and full shine, are considered far more desirable. And finally, there's the simple matter of scarcity in the collector's market. While many 2004 coins exist, few are offered for sale at any given time in high grade. This scarcity drives up value, especially when two or more collectors are competing for a well-preserved example. Let's break down exactly what elevates the value of a 2004 Malaysian 10-sen coin. Point 1. Condition. This is the most important factor. Coins are graded based on their condition, ranging from poor to uncirculated to mint state. A coin that looks like it just left the mint, with no scratches, full original shine, and crisp detailing, can be worth several times more than a circulated version. Point 2. Luster and eye appeal. A coin with beautiful luster, meaning it reflects light attractively, will always be more valuable. Natural toning, that is, the way the coin's metal changes color over time, can also add character and value, especially if it occurs evenly and attractively. Point 3. Rarity in marketplaces. Even if a coin is not rare in mintage numbers, it can become rare in availability. If collectors are holding on to their best examples and few are for sale, this increases competition and, therefore, prices. Point 4. Error coins. Although no widely recognized minting errors are officially documented for the 2004 10-sen, it's possible that some error examples exist, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws. These are extremely rare but can increase a coin's value exponentially if verified. Point 5. Certification. Coins that have been graded and authenticated by professional grading companies are more trusted by collectors and often fetch higher prices. A certified uncirculated 2004 10-cent may carry a significant premium over raw, uncertified examples. Now, let's talk about the current market value of the 2004 Malaysian 10-cent coin in 2025. In average circulated condition, the kind of coin you might find in your pocket or old purse, the value typically ranges slightly above face value. Most of these coins sell for a modest amount, suitable for casual collectors or for those building complete date sets. However, in uncirculated or mint state condition, the value can rise considerably. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are clean, shiny, and undamaged. Prices can range from a few Malaysian ringgit up to the equivalent of several US dollars depending on condition and demand at the time. Coins with outstanding eye appeal, perfect strike, or any unusual features may attract even higher offers from dedicated numismatists, but a word of caution: many sellers overprice common coins, hoping to appeal to uninformed buyers. The true market value is determined by actual sales, not wishful thinking. If you're considering selling your coin, it's always smart to compare prices from reputable dealers, auction results, and completed sales, not just asking prices. So, should you hold on to your 2004 10-cent coin? If your coin is in average, circulated condition, it may not be worth much more than face value, at least for now. But if you have a well-preserved or uncirculated specimen, it might be worth holding on to or even having it professionally graded. Coins from the early 2000s are just beginning to mature into their collectible phase. As more people begin to appreciate coins from this era, values may increase over time, especially for those in exceptional condition. If you're a collector, it's worth setting aside your best examples. If you're looking to sell, make sure your coin is clean, well-lit, and photographed clearly. And always deal with trusted buyers or platforms. The 2004 Malaysian 10-cent coin may not look like much at first glance, but its story, from everyday coin to collectible item, reflects the journey of many modern-era coins. While it isn't rare in sheer numbers, the hunt for high-quality specimens has turned this unassuming coin into a miniature treasure for collectors. If you have one, take a closer look. Inspect the shine. Check for scratches. You might just be holding onto a small piece of Malaysian numismatic history, and perhaps, something of growing value. We'll be examining the 1983 No Mint Mark Denmark 25 or coin. This small but historic coin may not look extraordinary at first glance, but as you'll soon learn, it holds both historical and collectible value that continues to grow in interest today, especially in 2025. Whether you're a new collector, an advanced numismatist, or someone who just found this coin in an old drawer, stay tuned, because the details we're about to explore may surprise you. To understand the true value of the 1983 25 or coin, we must first look at the monetary system of Denmark and the coin's role within it. Denmark has long used the krone as its national currency. 1 krone is divided into 100 ore. For many decades, various denominations of ore coins circulated throughout the country, including 1, 2, 5, 10, 25, and 50 ore. These coins were part of everyday life, used for small purchases, and commonly carried in the pockets and purses of Danish citizens. The 25 ore coin held a particularly practical role, small enough for minor transactions, yet valuable enough to matter. Over time, though, inflation and modernization began to erode the purchasing power of such small denominations. As a result, Denmark began phasing out lower-value coins, including the 25 ore. This coin was officially demonetized in 2008, meaning it ceased to be legal tender and could no longer be used in everyday commerce. However, just because a coin is no longer used as money doesn't mean it loses its value. In fact, that's often where the story begins for collectors. Now let's shift our focus to the 1983 25 or coin specifically. This coin is part of the series issued under the reign of Queen Margrethe II of Denmark. The obverse features the crowned royal monogram of Queen Margrethe II, a clean and elegant design symbolizing her rule. The royal insignia appears to the left of the central hole, while a small oak branch is engraved to the right, a classic Danish symbol of strength and endurance. One of the most distinctive physical features of this coin is its center hole. The hole not only adds a unique aesthetic appeal but also made the coin easier to distinguish by touch, a thoughtful design feature particularly helpful for the visually impaired. On the reverse, the coin displays the denomination 25Re above the hole, with the country name Denmark inscribed below. The lettering is clean, bold, and legible, surrounded by simple decorative curves that frame the design without overwhelming it. The coin is made of a copper-nickel alloy, giving it a light silver-gray tone. It weighs just over 4 grams and measures around 23 millimeters in diameter. The edge of the coin is plain, without reading or any additional markings. Interestingly, the 1983 issue does not carry a mint mark in the traditional sense. Instead, beneath the central hole, you'll find 2 small letters and a heart, often interpreted as an internal mint identifier, rather than a location-based mark. These marks are symbolic and used to identify the mint master and engraver, not the minting facility. In 1983, over 32 million of these coins were minted, a large production number for a small denomination. These coins were widely circulated across Denmark, used daily in vending machines, markets, bakeries, and public transport. Due to their everyday use, most of these coins were subjected to heavy wear over time. Many were scratched, bent, or lost altogether. Additionally, since the coin was removed from circulation in 2008, millions were likely melted down, discarded, or simply forgotten. Today, while many examples still exist, coins in truly exceptional condition, those that were never circulated or that have been preserved in mint state, are significantly rarer and more desirable to collectors. So, is the 1983 Denmark 25 or coin rare? The answer is both yes and no. In circulated condition, this coin is quite common. It's not difficult to find examples that show moderate to heavy wear. However, finding a pristine, uncirculated coin, with full original luster, no scratches, and sharp design details, is considerably more challenging. That's where collector value begins to rise. Coins in uncirculated condition, especially those graded by professional grading services, are much more valuable than common circulated examples. These are the coins that attract attention from collectors of Danish coinage, European currency, and fans of 20th-century Scandinavian design. Additionally, coins with errors, such as misaligned strikes, die cracks, off-center minting, or planchet flaws, can command much higher prices, as error coins are often prized for their uniqueness. Now let's get to the key question. How much is the 1983 Denmark 25 or coin worth in 2025? As with all coins, the value depends heavily on condition. Let's break it down. Circulated condition. Most examples found today are in circulated condition. These may show visible wear, loss of detail, scratches, or discoloration. In 2025, such coins typically sell for anywhere between 20 cents to 50 cents in US dollar equivalents. These coins are still interesting for collectors building full-date sets or those with historical interest, but they do not command high premiums. Very fine to extremely fine condition coins with moderate wear but preserved design elements can fetch around $1 to $2. These examples often serve as placeholders in mid-grade collections. Uncirculated condition, this is where values increase. A coin in mint state, untouched, uncirculated, with full original detail and luster, can sell for anywhere between $5 to $10 or more, depending on demand. Coins graded by a professional service may reach even higher values if they receive grades such as MS 63 or higher, exceptional specimens or errors, rare varieties, die errors, or perfectly preserved coins with visual appeal may command premium prices, potentially reaching $15 to $25 or more in auction settings. However, these cases are the exception rather than the rule. Overall, the 1983 25 or is not a coin that will make you rich overnight. But for collectors who appreciate quality, design, and history, especially those interested in the coinage of Northern Europe, it offers an affordable and charming piece of the past that if you're considering collecting or selling this coin, here are a few tips to keep in mind. Preserve quality. Always handle coins by the edges and avoid cleaning them. Cleaning can severely reduce a coin's value. Use proper storage. Store your coins in acid-free holders or albums to prevent corrosion or environmental damage. Consider grading for coins in exceptional condition. Consider professional grading. It adds legitimacy and can increase value in the eyes of buyers. Do your research before buying or selling. Compare with recent listings, auctions, and dealer prices. The market fluctuates based on interest, availability, and collector trends. Look for errors. Always inspect your coins closely. Minting errors can greatly enhance the value of a seemingly ordinary coin. The 1983 Denmark 25 or may be small in size, but it represents a rich blend of history, design, and changing economic realities. From the reign of Queen Margrethe II to the final days of the ore as circulating currency, this coin tells a story of transformation, both for Denmark and for collectors around the world. If you own one, take a close look at it. Its details, condition, and character might be worth more than you expect, and even if it's not a treasure in terms of money, it is certainly a treasure in terms of heritage. The 1984 Denmark 25 or coin, specifically the variety with no mint mark. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just curious about coins from Scandinavia, this video will provide a detailed understanding of the coin's background, rarity, value, and what you can expect it to be worth in 2025. To start, let's travel back to Denmark in the 1980s. The 25 or coin was an important part of the Danish currency system. At that time, the krone was divided into 100 or, with the 25 or coin serving as a popular small denomination in everyday transactions. The coin in question, minted in 1984, is part of a series that was issued during the reign of Queen Margrethe II. It features a unique design, most notably a central hole in the middle of the coin, which has become a recognizable characteristic of Danish coins from this period. This hole made the coin lightweight and easy to distinguish from others in the pocket or coin purse. Examining the coin more closely, the obverse displays the crowned monogram of Queen Margrethe II. This intricate monogram combines the letter M with the Roman numeral 2, topped by the royal crown, symbolizing the reigning monarch. Beneath the monogram is the date, 1984, clearly indicating the year of minting. On the reverse side, you will find the face value, 25 Ari, prominently displayed along with the country name, Denmark, below it. The edges of the coin are smooth, without any reading or ridges, which is consistent with the design style of Danish coins from that era. Surrounding the central hole, delicate barley or grain motifs curve gracefully, emphasizing Denmark's rich agricultural heritage. Now, a crucial point to understand when discussing the 1984 25 or coin is the matter of the mint mark. Typically, Danish coins from this period bear a small heart-shaped mint mark, symbolizing the Royal Danish Mint. However, some collectors and sellers refer to the no mint mark variety, which essentially lacks this heart symbol. The no mint mark variety is often misunderstood. In reality, it is quite rare compared to the standard heart-marked coins. Coins without any mint mark are either errors or special varieties that may have occurred due to minting inconsistencies or intentional omissions during production. This rarity instantly elevates the coin's interest among collectors and numismatists, authenticating a genuine no mint mark 1984 25 or requires careful examination, usually with magnification, as the absence of the heart symbol can be subtle or confused with wear or damage. Regarding mintage, the 1984 25 or was produced in relatively large numbers. The official mint figures show that millions of these coins entered circulation, making it a common coin in everyday Danish commerce during the mid-1980s. This widespread circulation means many examples still exist today, although most are heavily worn or damaged due to extensive use. Because of its large mintage and common usage, the coin is generally not considered rare in circulated condition. However, finding a specimen with no mint mark, especially in high-grade or uncirculated condition, is significantly more challenging. These no mint mark examples tend to be prized among specialists and can command a premium. The value of the 1984 25 or coin depends heavily on its condition. Like most coins, its grade can range from poor or heavily worn up to brilliant uncirculated. Coins that show minimal wear, crisp details, and original mint luster are far more desirable. Circulated coins with visible wear typically trade for modest sums, reflecting their abundance. Coins in very fine or extremely fine condition, with sharp details and clean surfaces, fetch noticeably higher prices. Brilliant uncirculated coins, which look almost brand new with no signs of handling, are rare and highly sought after by collectors. For the no mint mark variety, even lower grade examples may carry added value due to their relative scarcity. However, condition always remains the foremost factor in determining a coin's worth. Turning now to market value, the 1984 25 or coin, in standard form with the mint mark, typically ranges in value from just a few cents to a couple of dollars depending on condition. This modest valuation reflects its commonality and the fact that copper-nickel coins of this type are relatively affordable for collectors worldwide. However, the no mint mark variety presents a more intriguing scenario. Because this version is rarer, collectors often view it as a specialty item. Depending on the condition, such coins can command a premium ranging from several dollars up to potentially much higher for those in exceptional shape or with certification from a recognized grading authority. The market for Danish coins, while niche compared to larger global markets, is quite stable. Interest remains steady among collectors who focus on European, Scandinavian, or modern coins. Looking ahead to 2025, what can collectors and investors expect regarding the value of the 1984 Denmark 25 or no mint mark coin? Several factors will influence the coin's market performance. Condition preservation. As time passes, fewer high-quality specimens are likely to remain, potentially increasing scarcity and value. Collector interest. Continued interest in Scandinavian coins, especially among European collectors and numismatic hobbyists worldwide, will support demand. Rarity recognition. As awareness of the no mint mark variety grows, more collectors may seek to acquire it, driving prices higher. Economic conditions. broader economic factors affecting collectible markets, such as inflation or shifts in disposable income, could also play a role. While it is unrealistic to expect a modest denomination copper-nickel coin to reach astronomical values, steady appreciation is possible, particularly for well-preserved no-mint mark specimens. Coins graded and certified by professional services will generally attract more competitive bids in the marketplace. In conclusion, the 1984 Denmark 25 or coin with no mint mark is a compelling piece for collectors due to its unique status as a rarer variety in an otherwise common series. Its historical significance, distinctive design, and the intrigue surrounding the absence of the mint mark make it a worthy addition to any Scandinavian or world coin collection. If you are a collector considering purchasing one, pay close attention to condition and authenticity. Seek coins with clear details, minimal wear, and, if possible, professional certification. For sellers, accurately describing the coin's condition and the rarity of the no-mint mark variety will help you achieve a fair price. Whether you already own one or hope to acquire one, this coin offers both historical charm and the potential for modest appreciation over time. Thank you for joining me on this detailed exploration of the 1984 Denmark 25 or coin with no mint mark. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more numismatic insights. Feel free to leave your questions or comments below. I love hearing from fellow coin enthusiasts. Until next time, happy collecting.